first of all, I highly recommend learning the Asana hierarchy or the Asana levels, the levels within Asana. So that means understanding the difference between teams, projects, and tasks. So I'm going to hop into my demo Asana account while I explain this to you. So in here on this sidebar, and your sidebar might look different right now. Right now, they're actually currently testing this sidebar, so it might stay the same. It might go back to the one that we had before. We're not sure. That's to be determined. So just keep that in mind that it might look like this, it might not, but the levels remain the same. Okay, so okay, here you see your teams, okay? And if you don't have this plus button, I have a video explaining why that would be. So if you're not able to add more than one team, that means you're in a workspace instead of an organization. And I'll link the video right up here in case you need that information on how to convert if you ended up starting with a workspace like I did. I think a lot of people. Okay, so these are your teams. Now, I don't want you to think of teams as like actual teams within like a giant company, right? Like teams of people. While that can work if you are a giant company, that's not who I'm talking to in this video. My experience is working with solopreneurs and small teams. So for solopreneurs and small teams, that's not realistic, obviously, right? Because you're not going to have a bunch of different teams with like 10 different people under them. You might have, maybe up to 10 team members, and even that's getting a bit big for what I'm used to working with, because I work with coaches and VAs and OBMs, and usually it's like 1 to 5 really. But anyway, so that's just my experience from my working with my clients. But what I have found to work best is to use these teams, the teams, as categories. So instead of thinking of it as teams of people, you're going to think of it as categories in your business. So you'll see that I have it set up here in my demo account: Biz Central, clients, marketing, products and services, and operations. So those would be, the different categories. So Biz Central is basically just like the business information. Maybe under there, that's where you keep track of your goals or your finances or things like that, like your business stuff that probably only you or maybe your OBM would have access to, or like an executive assistant. So, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself, but so think of teams as categories in your business, and those are the examples. This is actually what is a really good example of what you could start out with if you are just starting out. And actually, I love this too because we are solopreneurs and small teams, and we don't use teams in like that big corporate way. We actually get a ton more of organization without overwhelming the information within the Asana account. So I love this for us. Okay, and then so moving on to projects. So you have your teams as the main categories in your business, and then underneath the teams are projects. If I hover over marketing, for example, so you're going to think of projects as the subcategories of the main categories. Okay, so your teams are the main categories, and then your projects are the subcategories within that main category. So these are the projects underneath the team. You can also view them by clicking on the team itself and then clicking all work, and you'll see all the teams right here. So these are examples, like real life examples from my experience working with my clients and in my own business as well. So for example, under marketing, right? Big category marketing, you can have email marketing, you can track your leads, you can track your content, and then like your website, any updates that need to happen there. So I recommend you organize them this way, and that will really help you make sure you always know where to find something and just really have that overall organization within your Asana account. Okay, and then underneath projects, I'll just click into a project here. You have tasks, okay? You also have sections. So I could create a section. So under email marketing, you might have, promo emails, right? As a section. So you can create these sections, and then you can have tasks underneath the sections. Sorry, there we go. You can also, so you can drag and drop, you can move them around. You can also create them just by clicking underneath. So this will be, write email campaign or whatever. Okay. All right. And so for tasks, these are the things that you and your team are actually going to do. So you're going to organize them into projects, right? Make sure they're always assigned to someone and with a due date. Okay. So you always want that's the key to tasks not getting lost is always as soon as you create a task, assign it to someone with a due date. So you assign it to someone here with a due date, and that will ensure that it does not get lost because it will show up in their account under my tasks. Okay. If you don't assign it to someone with a due date, it could very well be forgotten about. Okay. All right. So you have your teams, which contain the projects, which contain tasks. Okay. And then under tasks are subtasks. But for now, if you're brand new to Asana, if you have ADHD, you might not want to even use subtasks, honestly. So play around with this first, and it's a really great way to get started. So I want you to watch this video next to learn about the exact Asana templates that I use and my clients use that help us to calm the chaos and reclaim that much needed mental space. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.